Well, dude, even
crazy.
like my thing is I always, I will see clips of like either old like baseball games, football games, basketball games.
Yeah.
And they'll be like 2009. And I'm like, this was 09?
I know.
This was HD?
Oh my gosh. So whenever I was watching, so I finished all of the Intervention and I was looking for another show to watch, and I had discovered there was different episodes of Intervention on Hulu. When I had first discovered Intervention, I found it on Discovery, but there's a different set of episodes on Hulu. So then I was like, great, I can watch Hulu. But the thing about Hulu is they were older seasons, and I was like, but that's fine, season 1, 2, and 3. Bro, I almost couldn't make it through the first episode. I seriously was like, wait a minute, is this worth it? Is this really what you want to see right now, Haylie? In like shoddy cell phone footage from 2003, do you want to see someone trying to shoot heroin?
Yeah.
I did want to see it.
It's like watching Survivor. When I watched the old Survivor, I'm like,
oh, I can't even imagine.
I watched the new one and then I watched the old one.
Yep.
You did?
And I'm like, the new one's so
It's
much
like all HD and everything, and then you can like fucking,
it's crazy. Yeah, when you grow up with it, it's fucking crazy.
Well, because now we're used to, now they have 8K. And like 4K is still like the thing that now it's becoming more of the standard on the TV.
Right.
But like if you showed anyone, even back in 2010, like a 4K screen, they'd be like, this is, it's like, I made the argument, like, I remember one of my friends, his parents got like a super clear TV. And like before you kind of get used to seeing that, it is almost so real, it looks fake.
It looks fake.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like,
no, I know exactly
even if they're
what it looks like.
Oh, this is a documentary or these things actually happen and they like pan out or whatever. And I'm like, this looks like it's just really, really well made fake. Like TV type of thing.
Yes. Everything looks CGI.
Exactly.
Everything looks CGI, but it's just CGI to look normal.
Like you don't even need glasses.
Yeah, no, it's
so
just
weird.
like it's absurd.
But yeah, I had no idea. Now I feel bad.
There's
I never liked Subway though, and I never really liked Papa John's, so I guess I'm a hero.
I used to like Subway a good amount, but it was also like on like the south side of Tracy where I lived.
Yeah.
There wasn't any grocery store or restaurant or anything until maybe like my freshman year of college, and even then it was like one grocery store, a couple of restaurants and stuff like that. So the closest thing was about a mile like north of my house. There was like another little, grocery store shopping center, and they had a Taco Bell, a Subway, and a Baskin Robbins. So generally if we needed food quick, it was usually Taco Bell or Subway.
Yeah. That would be good. I feel like I did at one point when I worked at I got super into Subway.
Yeah.
But that was like in 2018, 2019. So like way after Jared was found out.
But I mean, it's not bad. $5 footlong and some bag of chips.
No, it's not bad. It's so good.
I heard it got expensive though now.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't gone.
Probably because everything's expensive now. I heard the Dollar Tree is now the $1.25 tree.
Yeah. Well, the
That's
99-cent
crazy.
store I don't think sells anything for 99 cents anymore.
That's
and I think they have like a $5
insane.
section now.
How long do you think?
And I think now Five Below and Below has a $10 section.
Dude, I've seen things
that
for
might
like
be
$20
right.
there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How long do
no
you
sign is what it seems.
How long do you think before it is almost like change is just like obsolete? You know what I mean? Like back in the day with a quarter, you could have got so much stuff. And then when we were younger, if you had $1, you could get like a candy bar.
Yeah.
And then now you need like $2.25 for like a fucking Reese's.
Oh
like,
my God.
How long before we're like, look, like no pennies, no nickels, no dimes, just quarters. You just round up to the nearest 25 cents or like even just the dollar. Like round up or down to the dollar.
I know. I think in the long run, it would save the government so much money. But
no, we're going full coins, getting rid of the paper money.
Yeah, old school. Everybody.
Dude, can we go back to old school where we all just had shillings? I fucking love that.
Where you carried a bag of shillings.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff.
just have this big ass like, all right, I have my shillings. I'm ready for surgery, doctor. Like, I don't know. I just think that'd be dope. Oh, speaking of surgery, we took Cora to the vet. I took Cora to the vet because Ben had to go to work. And we took her to the vet because she was acting really lethargic, like even for her. And, like I had told you guys before, she's not wanting to work on that leg at all. And she just like wasn't even, she would still eat, but she wouldn't move to her bowl. She would eat it if you brought it next to her. So I was like, something's wrong. So I took her to the vet, and initially the vet walks in, and she's like, okay, how's this baby doing? And she's like, she starts feeling around Cora. And I mean, within the first 60 seconds of her being in that room, she's like, okay, well, I do feel a mass on her liver. It's pretty big. And I was like, what? And she was like, because her liver's supposed to stop right here at the end of her ribs. Mm-hmm. And I feel it back here next to her thigh. And I'm like, okay, all right. So like, what's next steps? We like get blood tests to see if it's like a bad tumor, or a good, or like a benign one, and then we can just like remove it. And she was like, okay, well, it's a bad one. I can tell you that now. And I was like, okay, so what's next steps? And she was like, well, I think we should probably go ahead and get an x-ray and see if it's metastasized to her lungs, because if it has, there's nothing we can do. And I was like,
damn.
What? And she was like, all right, so we'll be back. So I'm left alone in this room.
Like, says it all nonchalantly, writing on a clipboard. Yeah, I don't know.
Seriously, tears are silently just falling down my face, and I'm reading in the greatest detail I can about the Shiba Inu and how it was made in Japan.
Yeah.
And it was the Japanese answer to the Chinese Shih Tzu. And I was just really reading about them, and because I'm like,
Shiba Inus are way cuter.
For sure.
Yeah.
The more I focus on the history of these dogs on this poster in this vet office,
the less yeah.
Yeah. So then she comes back and she gets me. She's like, come on back. Let's go look at these. Let's go look at the x-rays. And she's like, well, good news. Her lungs, super clear. Everything looks great. Yeah. And I was like, great. And she was like, her heart, super healthy. I was like, great. And she was like, and honestly, I don't see a mass, but I see her entire liver is just about 3 times the size it should be. So not good. And I was like, nah.
But that just means she can drink a lot, right?
Right? Like, yeah. I'm like, oh God, so Cora's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's happening. So then she was like, so
could be.
Our point.
What are you doing? Feeding her.
He was just.
He was like, I need a drinking
Well,
buddy.
she's not. She just likes, she likes her kibble with a little bit of whiskey. Okay?
She just likes it, just like a soup.
Yeah.
She just.
Yeah.
Like cereal.
She likes her stout for breakfast.
So then, she was like, okay, so I'm pretty sure that it's liver disease. So I'm going to give you these liver pills. I'm going to give you these antibiotics. Go ahead and start her on these. We're going to send in her blood work. We're going to get that back this afternoon. So I'm not 100%, but this is what I'm thinking. And I was like, okay. She had also seen, the starts of something.
Scoliosis?
Not scoliosis. Okay. Scully something.
I can't say it. Sclerosis.
You were saying it, yeah, closer.
Sclerosis.
Clitorosis.
She's got just a giant clitoris.
The scarring of tissue.
Cora just has a giant clitoris, and it's inflamed her liver. That's how big it is.
It's the scarring of the liver tissue. I just can't pronounce the word.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Fuck, now I can't think of the word.
This is something along her spine. Like, so it's not scoliosis, but what's happening is her spinal columns are just, they're supposed to be flushed together like this.
Yeah.
And what's happening is they're doing this.
Oh my God.
It's supposed to be like this. They're doing this.
It's because she's doing all those.
It's because she's such a goddamn athlete, and it's in her back. It's her back butt, and I was just like, that's crazy. So I was like, okay, so should we start her on, arthritis medication? That's supposed to help her feel better. And the doctor was like, not even gonna entertain that yet until we get. Right. Not even going to entertain that yet until we get her liver under control, because the arthritis medicine is going to be a hit to her liver. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So they do her blood work, come home. I obviously think Cora is dead any day now. I am.
Well, it also doesn't help how she's just all the time.
That's not what they said at all.
And it's the fact that that's where they started. Why do you start with, okay, I feel something. Let's see if there's nothing we can do.
Under promise.
That's where they start.
Under promise, over deliver.
Well, I was a little traumatized.
Your dog is dying. Oh, it actually just has kennel cough.
Like,
Don't
what
you
the
worry.
Yeah, it's like when you.
Well, imagine if
inspect
it was
the
the other way. And they're like, oh, your
know.
dog only has kennel cough. And then they're like, yeah, we're just going to take her out back right now because this is real bad.
And she started pointing out things that like I didn't see, but I was making myself see. She was like, yeah, like, do you see how the rounds of her eyes are really yellow and her skin is turning yellow? I didn't see how her eyes were yellow and her skin was
You're
turning
looking at
yellow.
her fur. You're like, yeah.
But I was
yeah.
like, okay.
She was born yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Like she's pointing at her spots of fur and she's like, you see how her skin's turning yellow? And I'm like, she's got to see something that I can't see.
Do you think doctors or veterinarians ever just like point at things and just like say whatever and then just to see if you'll like agree with them? Like, yeah.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
And then I felt like an idiot.
A lot of times they're like, oh, yeah, I looked it up on whatever.
Yeah.
What is it called?
WebMD.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. Yeah. But so she goes to get the blood work, and I obviously think Cora is dying any day now, and I'm like carrying her with me every room I go throughout the house. The whole time I work.
You need one of those baby carriers where she sits just right in the front.
I know, I really do. I have I put her in her stroller, and I had her next to me the whole day I was working, and I was just like petting her, making sure she was okay. And then that afternoon I get a call from the vet, and she's like, well, got the blood work back. Her liver results through the roof. Her liver's super happy. And I was like,
why is it 3 times bigger?
bro, that's crazy because I didn't think she looked yellow. And her eyes didn't look yellow to me either. They looked white as fuck. She was doing her regular crazy eyes.
I'm telling you, she's just like fucking seeing if you'll agree with her because she's a doctor.
I know.
I would probably do some shit like that.
So I felt stupid. I should have been like, no, she's not yellow, but whatever. The blood work needed to be done either way because then she was like, but we know her liver's huge because her whole body's attacking it. It turns out she's got an immune disease and her body's attacking herself. And I was like, okay. And she was like, and her CEC, don't know what that is at 13. And I was like, okay.
Let's get it to 14.
And she was like, I was like, all right, 13. What are we aiming for? And she was like, let's not even go over to what we're aiming for. Right now, if she gets to a 12, the only thing that could save her is a blood transfusion. And I was like,
dang.
What is happening? I can't keep. Where are you, lady? What's happening?
Like, does she turn yellow then, or?
Yeah.
What's that? So,
well, that makes sense because you go, if you need a blood transfusion, you'll be a little like yellow and stuff like that.
right.
So that kind of.
But she didn't look yellow to me.
Well, she's yellow all over.
I guess.
Exactly. That's the
It's
one.
fucking, I don't know. But so she was like, our only thing that we can try at this point is steroids. And I was like, God, Cora's going to be roided up.
Fucking buffed out Cora can't
She's
even walk
gonna
on
be-
one of the legs.
She's going to be. Bro, so what's
All 4 now.
So what's happening now is she feels like she's the Hulk,
Like stronger.
but she's not. She's not, and so I have to watch her, and I have to be careful that I still try to carry her from room to room to room, because now what's happening is like this morning we're casually, getting the dog's food ready. Cora has been on steroids for a couple days now, thinking that she's Lady Hulk.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And so she was like, well, I don't need to wait for Dad to come bring me my bowl. On 2 legs.
Dragging herself.
She was still in her dog bed. So normally she'll just kind of slowly like drag herself over the lip.
She dragged her dog bed?
Normally she drags herself over the lip of that dog bed, and it's just kind of a slow process. Today, she literally pushed herself onto 2 paws, hovered, and just stepped over the lip, sat down, and then started walking. Like literally, I've never seen her move like that. And I was like,
I'm not surprised.
Cora, stop.
I'm not surprised.
You can't.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh,
That's what steroids do.
sorry,
to you.
I'm just pretty sure I can. And I
Yeah.
was like, no.
No, you'll be pumped up on steroids.
Cora, yeah. So I need to go take her to get her blood work done again on Tuesday to see if the steroids are helping increase her CEC. And if they are, great.
Yeah.
The goal is to slowly take her off steroids so she doesn't need them anymore. But the vet said, honestly, when a lot of little dogs get like this, they just need steroids for the rest of their life. And I was like,
Roid now.
God,
baby. Hell
Cora's
yeah.
going to be a roider
juicing.
for the
Does she
rest
sleep a
of her
lot less
life.
now on the steroids?
Yeah.
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 She sleeps a lot less. She's she's much more up and alert. She's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot more like interactive
Yeah.
with us like she used to be.
She doesn't just sit in her own pee.
So I do feel like she feels better, but I hope it's actually doing for her immune system what it needs to be doing.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she'll get a fucking big-ass burst of energy on that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I want it to actually be working.
Yeah.
And if we have to have her on steroids, for the rest of her life, I'd be okay with that. We got 10 days worth of steroids for like $10. So, I mean,
not bad.
it's... I would be fine putting her on steroids
Well, and
forever.
they have the pet insurance you can get now.
That's true.
Yeah.
The only part that would suck about it is I really want the blood tests to kind of stop as soon as they can because the blood test is $75 every time.
Yeah.
And
Or you're like, just take as much as you... Like, I remember when they... the reason I was asking about like her energy and stuff, because when the thing happened with my eye, I was on anti-inflammatory steroids, and I had the same thing where I was just like, I was fucking pumped, ready to go, couldn't sleep, fucking just alert.
I would love to see Trevor roided
for like
out.
fucking... It was great, but it was awful. Like, it sucked. 'Cause my sleep schedule was fucked. I'd sleep for 2 to 3 hours a night for like maybe 4 to 5 nights in a row, and then I would sleep for like 12 to 13 hours, and then I would sleep the next like 4 to
that
5 nights, like 2 to
sucks.
3. You're just like not tired.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
damn, I forgot where I was gonna go with it. But I guess I'll just go into a story of when I was on steroids. So when I had it, the first 3 days were through an IV, so it was a bigger amount than I would when they told me, take a pill twice a day or whatever.
Yeah.
And
What Cora has to do twice a day. I think that's crazy.
This guy-
She's so roided.
this guy cut me off,
Okay.
and I was in Stockton, and he had to merge into my lane, and he definitely like. This was him. This was me. So
I thought
he
you meant
should
your
have been-
doctor cut you off of steroids.
No,
and this story
no.
was about to get
Driving.
really
No,
dark.
driving.
It's like, oh shit,
And,
this is how Trevor battled addiction.
And then I started doing it. I started a booty bumping.
The steroids.
No, but so he should have, came in behind me, and he definitely had
Yes.
space. And he tries to like zoom up, and he's in this like big ass truck, and I was in my little '92 Civic.
Oh my
And then he like
gosh.
flips me off, and then ends up cutting me off, and I legitimately follow this man to his home.
Yeah.
And the whole time I just have my middle finger through my
Oh, yeah.
stomach.
As
'Cause
I would,
had
too.
fresh off of an hour of straight IV steroids, I was fucking ready to go.
Oh, my
dude.
God.
I was fucking it was real bad.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
But that was my reaction to a driver, and I was not on steroids, and I followed someone home.
Oh,
I
yeah.
should never be on steroids.
I was roided out, dude. I was fucking and you just like you can't has she gotten a little chubbier? Is she getting a little fatter? Well, she's not really eating anyways in the
Not
first
yet.
place.
I mean, well, so no, she was always eating. So that's the weird thing is, so her eating never stopped. There was maybe one day where like she didn't eat dinner.
Yeah.
But honestly, for the past month, breakfast, dinner, every single day she's been eating. And when we took her to the vet, that was another thing I noticed. They weighed her and she weighed 20.6. Before that, she weighed 28 pounds. I've never gotten her to weigh less
Damn, we
than-
got to get Lily on some
Weird.
weird shit.
I've never gotten Cora to weigh less than.
Maybe she moves more now.
I've never gotten.
Well, yeah, if she's fucking gassing around all roided
this
out.
is like when I took her to the vet and she was at her sickest.
Mm.
Like it was weird because she was still eating, but she was just somehow her body was still shrinking. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought she felt littler, but I didn't know she'd lost almost 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never gotten Cora below 26 pounds. I don't think she can. This is not healthy.
Yeah.
And then of course the vet was like, oh yeah, I can tell she's got a lot of loose skin. Bitch, you don't know shit. You thought you felt a mass. You thought it was metastasized. Then you thought it was liver disease. I can't with what the fuck you don't know.
Yeah. Again, under
Maybe not
promise.
enough water in her system.
I know. Under promise, over deliver. You're right. Maybe there's not enough what?
Water in her system.
She's trying to pass kidney stones.
And I have been better about making sure the water bowl is right next to her so that she doesn't move to go get it. But that is one thing the vet said. She was like, just make sure that she's drinking plenty of liquids. She said, I can tell by, the pinkness around her gums, and I can tell by something else in her ear that her hydration is good. Her hydration level's good, but just watch it, make sure it doesn't go down. And I was like, okay, because and she was still going to the bathroom. Her her like bowel movements didn't look any different. There was one day when Ben thought he saw she was peeing blood, and so I went out and looked, and it wasn't red, but it was like really, really dark brown. But that was only for a couple days, and then it stopped. And the vet was like, "Well, that could also be just from the body attacking itself. It could also be attacking the kidneys too. We don't know what all it's attacking." And I was like, so that's where we're at now. So we think Cora's gonna survive, but if not, she's going to go out thinking that she's the fucking She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And it's great.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm a little worried. I was a little worried before y'all got here that, I mean, she came in and she like got right to the edge of that staircase.
And you thought she was about to
like,
send
Cora,
it down there?
Don't go down those damn stairs. She's like, but the people. I'm like, don't go down these damn stairs.
She's like, you know how long it's been since I've been able to be with the people?
Oh, God. Oh, and my sister, her new hair salon that she's at, it's dog friendly.
That's cool.
One of their stylists brings his dog into work every single day. So she was like, when you come and get your hair done, which I think I'll do in like June, she was like, you could bring your dogs. And I was like, I can bring Cora. Just put her in the little stroller and just have her there.
Yeah. That's
So
pretty sweet.
That'll be fun. Just taking Cora there. But so that was Cora's health scare that we had. How are your dogs?
Lily's fine. She's just fat.
Oh, good. How's Nico?
Good. You know, I think so when we picked him up from the boarding place,
I was about to ask, did you board him or give him
Yeah.
to a family member?
No, I don't think anyone can take care of him.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, a lot of energy. But no, when we picked him up, he slept
Oh.
that day. No. Yeah, he slept that day and then the day after.
So
like
tired.
just slept a lot.
So
Like,
tired for making a difference.
it's just so funny because he's always so alert when someone's at the door.
Yeah.
And he's the first one to jump and bolt to the door. But that day, if someone came by, he would be like, oh, like he was barely like getting up. Like it took him a second. So,
Oh my God.
And I bet you guys were kind of like, this is kind of nice.
well, no, I
Compared to,
mean,
like-
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I had to, so like, because we did the 5K yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And like, this year I haven't really been running at all. So when we got back, I took him on like 2 runs. So
Yeah.
that might be the thing. Like also
That tired him out.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, we ran it yesterday. So somehow I ran 2 minutes faster, almost 2 minutes faster, even though I didn't train at all.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that was cool. Jackie did run a little bit quicker too.
Nice.
I don't know about how much, but I think her goal is like 29 or like below 20.
Just under like a 10-minute mile,
Yeah.
essentially, for 3
Nice.
miles. That's
which
good.
is probably possible because I ran it in like 24 something.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. 8-minute mile.
I think it was like 7:30 a mile.
Nice.
But I was dying at the end.
Yeah.
I was
funny
like,
'cause
I
then
just
you're like,
want to walk.
fuck this. Fuck, I'm
I was
fucking
just-
done with it.
I just want to walk.
It was
Yeah,
funny
in
'cause-
your picture, you were not smiling. I
You're-
was like,
Oh, it's because
Juan's picture does not look
no,
good.
it was really cold. Like last year was fine, but this year was really cold.
Yeah, the morning was pretty
But
good.
but you're
yeah.
but you're really hot when you run, right?
No, I guess I was running so fast that when I stopped, I had like a brain freeze and like
Yeah,
it just-
'cause you're
it was just
sweating all
hurting the
over
whole
and then
time. I
it's
was like,
cold.
this hurts.
Oh.
Well, and two, the worst is even if you're running and everything, like, because I saw you
I don't know
had
anything
the-
about this. I've never run.
You
so-
had the long sleeve and the
Like the pants.
yeah. The I can't remember what they're called, but
They're like leggings.
Your ears.
to keep you warm. That's what Jackie said. I don't cover I don't
Yeah.
wear headphones or anything.
your ears or stuff. They'll get cold, and that's where I'll get like my headache. Usually, if I'm like outside and I end up sweating, and then it's cold, my
a
ears will-
headache.
or not
Interesting.
a headache, but like a brain
It
freeze.
just, yeah, it just feels cold right
Yeah.
here. and it just hurts.
Interesting, but I've never experienced.
You never
that.
experienced like your ears so cold they like hurt, and it
No.
almost like it's not. It's
Like no, like I've had cold ears, and so my ears will hurt, but it's never gotten to a brain freeze.
yeah.
No,
But I
yeah.
also, it's really hard for me to get a regular brain freeze, like
Really?
by like eating ice cream super fat. No,
Just
yeah.
put the ice
I mean,
cream
no,
up
I
there
just
next
like
to-
it's interesting.
I
'cause,
eat
like,
ice
I've-
cream so fast. I
Okay.
inhale all my food. Shakes whenever we go to Sonic, and I won't
She
get.
just like throws the cap off. and
extra
just, like,
large.
I won't
extra
get.
large
I
one.
can't get a shake this big. The biggest I can probably get from Sonic is a medium,
Well,
but
you probably shouldn't get a shake that big.
no. But
5,000 calories.
but in the time it takes us to get from the Sonic back to the house, my shake will be gone. I never have a shake to bring inside the house. So like I never am like, oh, you have to watch out and be careful. I mean, I've only got maybe 2 brain freezes that I can even remember, but I don't know if they were really brain freezes. It might have just been, I think I just fell into the snow and my head was really cold, but it's basically the same thing.
Face plants in the snow. I have a brain.
Oh, we should have tried running
That's
yesterday.
what I called it. Yeah, I was like, oh, a brain freeze. I did do a little more research into the people that have wronged me
Oh, for the
to see if I'm still God's favorite. Yeah.
Who do we got today?
This time,
It's a new person?
it's a
No.
new person.
Okay, no.
Yeah. I'm not just going to keep going into the same old
No,
people.
because remember...
Well, the other people are like dead, right?
Well, no,
Is that
because
what we
there
found
was
out?
one person where I think you needed to do more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to do more, but his life was good, but that's not because he wronged me.
But his life is fine because he
There is
didn't
another
wrong.
person.
Right. We decided that. But, I think I was going to look
It was
into more.
someone
I was
else.
going to look more into, but I don't remember why. Because I already considered that I was God's favorite over him because he was left with 2 kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And one of them's not even his. And like now, all he does is post on Facebook about how bitches suck and they'll leave you. But, I love my daughters. They're my everything. I'm like, you send out real confusing messages, bitch.
Well, his daughters aren't going to leave him, so
But when they do, because they can, then
they
it's
just go off
all
to college.
bitches.
He's like, "Oh man, these bitches."
Like
After 18.
seriously. So this week I did a little research. I decided to go way back, OG, into like old school, the first people that ever wronged me.
How do you remember?
It's sad what you hold on
How do you
to
remember?
when you have no one to talk to. It's like, well, I'll just hold on to this, and maybe someday in the future, in
I
my
can let it go.
late 20s, early 30s, I'll have some friends that I can talk to about it on camera. His name was Aaron, and I thought that name was so stupid. It's gonna be a really long. right
Yeah,
there.
because you just repeated it like that.
I know, but it's a weird ass name.
It is.
And this was when we were in, God, I had to be 6 or 7. I mean,
20 years.
I was young. Literally,
years.
this 20 years
Yeah,
ago. Literally. 20 years ago. And we were at KinderCare. I remember we were at KinderCare.
Is that like after school
daycare.
kindergarten?
Yeah.
Daycare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were at daycare. And we only had to be there for 2.5 hours until my mom came and got us after work. But it was hell. My sister and I hated KinderCare.
Why?
I'm about to tell you.
Kindercare sounds fun.
It did
They didn't
sound
have computers
fun.
back then.
Yeah.
It did sound
Like you
fun.
had to interact with other kids, huh?
Yes, and some kids like Aaron didn't know how to interact with
exactly,
other children
yeah.
in a healthy way.
Well, let's hear it. We'll be the judge of that.
We were out on the playground and it was a whole group of
Can
us.
we guess?
Yeah. Oh my God. Guess what he does.
So you're out at the playground and there's a whole group of you. Tan bark or sand?
We were on wood chips.
Okay.
And they knew you were sisters?
My sister was not there.
Oh,
my sister
I
was
think
not
she was
out there. We were
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh,
Me
you're
and
saying like when
Aaron-
she went through it, she also hated it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
At this point, her class was still inside. We were the only ones that had outside time because
I'm
we
gonna
were.
say
The older kids.
Yeah, because we were
6 years old. I'm fucking.
2
That's
years,
right.
2 years difference. She
Yeah.
wasn't in school yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say hit you with the wood chip if there was wood chips.
I was gonna say
or,
he
or
That-
pushed you
pinched
off the swing into. I was gonna say like into the tan bark, and you like cut up your leg or something.
or pinched you
That would
like really
fucking
hard.
hurt. That would fucking hurt.
It's that, or you did something embarrassing, and he pointed it out to
Yeah.
everyone at the playground.
Yeah, it has to be something that she's
Yeah.
known for.
But then I was like, you wouldn't necessarily hold on to someone just pushing you. You'd be like, what a dick. But like,
Or hitting
there's
you,
something
yeah.
that you got a little embarrassed about, and this kid was like, look at Haylie.
Oh, you got exposed.
it did
got
embarrass. It
exposed.
did embarrass the fuck out of me.
Okay, what was it?
But what was your guess?
Okay, well now that we know it's something that embarrassed her, it's gonna be like, and you're only like 5 or 6.
I'm 6 or 7. Yeah,
What can happen? What can a 6 or 7-year-old do? That
and that's the thing.
embarrassing?
Like this is
Can you be embarrassed at 6?
That's what I'm thinking. And I don't want to
Well, if you're
instantly go to
Haylie-
like,
if you're
oh,
Haylie.
you know, like you laugh so hard you peed your pants, and then he was like, look at this.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go with that one. I'm gonna go because I'm trying to. That's the same thing as I'm like at 6 or 7, you're not embarrassed by a lot.
Right.
So I'm going. You peed your
Right.
pants. He pointed it out to everybody.
She's grown well into the peeing her pants when she laughs.
I don't know.
But
I
it
was
has
gonna
to
say-
start somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't start out great at it, do I? Or have I always been great at peeing my pants?
I don't know. Maybe you guys were playing a game and you didn't know the rules, so they made fun of you.
Is also something that would happen.
Exactly.
We were playing on the playground. We were playing on the old metal, like spider web looking thing. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
You could climb around on.
Like the half circle. In the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And all the kids were around on the outside,
Yeah, those are cool.
and
Those are still fun.
they are fun. And we were playing a game. I don't remember what game, but not the game Aaron played. Aaron and I dropped down. It was our turn, so we dropped down into the little spider web, and we like took our positions or whatever.
This is a fight club.
Fight club.
Like
what
I
I
can't
said.
What do you
remember.
guys-
All the kids are surrounding it so the teachers can't see in.
Like
and
the-
you're just in there
the Coliseum.
bare knuckle boxing.
I can't remember what game we were playing, but it was like Aaron and I up next, and I fucking hated this kid. Like Aaron and I had a history. He was just fucking off.
You had a history at 6 or 7.
Yes! I hated this kid at fucking kindergarten.
A 2-month history.
Yeah.
Yes!
That's
And it
so much.
culminated to this moment.
That's so much of your life though when you're like 6 or 7. Like
Yeah.
2 months of something going on is like.
And I don't. So we were gonna go, and then before there was the kid in front of us or on top of us that was supposed to say go, and that's when we would go. But
That's when you would fucking start beating the
do
shit
the
out of each
game.
other.
No, we would do the game.
What's
I'm
the
sure
game?
we
Do you
weren't
remember the
fighting.
game?
I don't remember the game.
See, it's a
I'm
fight.
sure we weren't fighting. If I was, that's awesome that I was in a fight club.
Kids are taking fucking prop bets.
Dude,
like
that's
candy
fucking
and shit.
awesome with candy. Yes. But so before the kid above us could say go, someone behind Aaron, so like one of his friends was like, just do it. And so then Aaron, I remember specifically like stopped. And so I was confused because he like
Changed
his position. And he just ran over to me in front of everyone. This is going to sound so stupid, but I felt so violated. He walked over to me and he went
Oh, to himself?
to me.
No.
Oh.
He walked up to me, grabbed my chest, rubbed all over, and then grabbed my down there
Yeah.
and started rubbing it. And everyone started laughing. And then they all just ran.
What kind of game is this?
And I was fucking horrified.
Well, yeah.
And I think because at that point it was already happening with my cousin, I was like, I have to say something.
Yeah.
Because if I don't say something, it's not going to stop. So I went and I talked to Miss LaFleur. And Miss
Isn't that the
I
name-
feel like she should be on the board.
and Miss LaFleur.
Isn't that the lady from Napoleon Dynamite? And then when his brother's like waiting for her, you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not gonna remember.
I don't know. I just know she had like this really like fake red hair. I think her name was Miss, and she had some sort of condition where her hand was always kind of stuck like this. And so I went, and I didn't want to tell her she was my least favorite teacher because she was not good with kids, but she was the only one there. And so I told her what Aaron did, and they took just me, not Aaron. They took just me to the principal's office and called my mom and told my mom what happened. And not the principal, the head of the daycare. And the head of the daycare, part of that I heard was Miss telling me, you don't even have anything, so it didn't happen. And I was like, oh. And so then I think that was another reason why I didn't tell about what my cousin was doing to me
Because you're like, I don't got nothing.
for
It
another
didn't
6
happen.
years.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, no one's going to believe me.
Damn.
But so that's what Aaron did. And I fucking hate that kid. I
Yeah, that's
fucking
justified.
hate him. I hate him. So he's recently been sentenced to prison for his life for shooting and killing his wife because she wouldn't shut up.
This is real.
This
Was
is
this on- was this on the
100%
news?
real. I will look. You can even see what
I mean, if it's a public case, you could pull up
you
everything
can
on
see
it.
what this motherfucker looks like now. He's ugly as fuck.
So it is the same face though.
Yes. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's you. As soon as I saw his mugshot, this motherfucking
Publicly.
shit. That's his stupid ass face.
Is this recent though? It is recent.
As recent as
It's like
It's April 20 or
Like-
April 12.
fucking recent.
year.
that's like, yeah.
Fucking recent.
Like fucking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Had no idea it would go this deep. I was just like, oh yeah, he seems like a regular bum. He's got a couple misdemeanors. He's, got into trouble with some drugs, like, ha ha ha. And then I was like, oh God.
Because she wouldn't shut up.
That was his, because she wouldn't shut up. So
Take note.
now I feel like I'm a true survivor. Now I know what this man was capable of.
Yeah.
I made out all right. I will take my outside the shirt chest rubs
In kindergarten.
in kindergarten
Look at it.
over.
But she survived too, right?
Yes.
That's-
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
That's wild.
Wow.
So he's clearly not good at it.
Shot
He's
her in
not
the
good-
head?
He's not good at getting the job
She had
done.
like 9 surgeries
Yeah.
and like she's
And she's
She's
not.
First
doing
of
how
all,
she's
this
doing.
judge's name.
And she's not anybody that I knew.
First of all, this judge's name.
Oh, I didn't see the judge's name.
Kiki K. Kirkpatrick.
Oh wait, I read Kirkpatrick, but I was like, oh, maybe they're talking about the turnpike. I don't know.
Kiki K. Kirkpatrick.
Like Kiki Palmer, but
Well,
Kiki K.
dang.
for the, well.
Yeah, it looks like you're in a
So, dude, it looks like so far
you're God's favorite.
You're batting 1,000.
I'm 100% God's favorite.
I keep
And the one
thinking-
person who did me no wrong got to go to Switzerland.
Oh yeah.
Guys, just don't
Didn't
fuck
they have
me
a dog
over.
and something like
Yes!
that?
They have a beautiful dog. Yes.
I keep
And
wanting
that-
to say God's plan because of the song. No, I gotta look on this God's plan.
That is that's a good song. Are you talking about the one by Drake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, that's a good one. I didn't know if maybe you were talking about a real, like, God's plan
No,
is
like,
for us to love
what's it
each
called?
other.
God's plan. God's plan.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking of. The one that I hear in dispensaries all the time. And I'm like, yeah, God's plan.
I don't know. I don't walk in there, so I don't know.
Right.
The
I don't-
ladies had 9 surgeries.
Yeah.
And I've never, the poor woman is someone that I don't know. I didn't go to school.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school with her, but if I had
he's
known her,
young, too.
I would have been like, hey, bro, he's been fucked up. Cause at 7, he'd be touching little girls.
Yeah. More than one.
He'd be fucked up. Yeah. Apparently more than one. Fucked up. So no, then just from then on, I was always very aware of where Aaron was in relation to my sister. They were never alone. They were never going to ever.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, so it does look like, again, I don't want to brag.
Malicious.
It looks like I'm God's favorite. But so, I mean, do we I was thinking maybe next I would look into a kid named and he did very much what you were thinking. He just pushed me down in front of everyone, and it was fucking embarrassing.
I wonder if it's in, like, because, I mean, the extent of how much someone screwed you over right now seems to also correlate with the extent of, like, how bad they're doing. Like, this guy fondled you
That's
at 6,
true, because
and he's
all-
in jail for the rest of his life for, like, shooting his wife. And then the other guy, well, he OD'd.
Ink spilled on me.
Yeah.
Like, he had ink spill on me and got me to think he really liked him, and then he had 2 women leave him.
Yeah.
So it's like he can't get a woman to stay with him.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like I've got a vengeful God.
Yeah.
That's on my side. Which guy OD'd? Oh, yeah.
I thought some guy
Yeah,
OD'd.
no,
Yeah,
the guy
yeah.
that didn't come to my birthday.
Yeah, look, now he's not showing up to any birthday.
That's the thing. I got a vengeful God. He's not showing up to anybody's birthday, anybody's tea party. That's what he called it. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't make it to your tea party. Motherfucker, it was a birthday party. Remember it correctly.
Damn.
So I was going to, next, I was going to do, but I don't know. Do you think I should do like a,
It just died.
do you want to switch out the battery? Do you think I should do like a, like an adult, like the Miss?
Yeah.
The thing is, Miss gotta be dead. She was easily in her 50s when I was 6.
Well, LaFonda is definitely from Napoleon Dynamite because I just looked it up.
I'm
and-
almost positive her name was Miss, and she used to work at
You don't have a yearbook?
Kinder Care. Daycares don't give out yearbooks, thank God.
I thought it was your school.
No, it was a daycare. No, this was a daycare. This wasn't even my full-time Hell House. This was the one I went to after the daytime Hell House.
Just call them and be like, hey, does she still work there?
I should be like, hey, can you tell me what Miss first name was, please? We're like, oh, the lady with the hand? And I'll be like, yeah, she had the hand thing.
The hand thing? Like the...
No. I was telling Juan, she had...
It never grew out, right? Like
No.
Or it did grow out, it was just
just like, it was stuck back like this permanently. Like, it just had some nerve damage. Like, it was a regular sized hand, but it was just always like this. And it was always kind of moving like this. It was fucking weird.
So she never used it?
No. If she did, she would do it to point, and it was so, I hated it, because then you'd always have the one smart ass kid that would waste everybody's time and be like, okay, and he'd go down on the floor, and she's like, that's not what I'm pointing at. It got so annoying.
Well, she decided to work with kids. So
I know.
That's what she's gonna get.
And so see, like, I could tell that's why she hated kids, but I'm like, don't work with them, because you scar some of them for life. And how many other poor little girls did Aaron get to touch because Miss wasn't paying attention, and she's like, they don't have anything, it's fine.
Smoking her cigarette like this.
Well, yes, because she couldn't do it. Like, how you gonna grab the kid? Like, you can't.
She had one working hand. She could have.
I know, but it's a boy. Like, have you?
A little 7-year-old boy. She could take him.
I
I
don't know.
don't know. Little 7-year-olds are crazy.
That's true. She's a little old and
boundless
decrepit.
energy, you know.
They're like on steroids.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
roided out.
Yeah, it's like
On
double Cora.
chocolate and
Chocolate
milk.
on chocolate and fucking fondling other kindergartners.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do. I want to do one of each, though. I want to do someone. I'll look up someone that I think wronged me and someone that I thought really helped me or really did a benefit, and then we'll see.
Watch, this guy's like fucking owner of like a Forbes 500 company or something.
I somehow
That's
know
not
it's
the point
actually
of this, though.
like.
God's favorites.
Yeah.
People that did you wrong.
Yeah, God's favorite. We're making
That's
sure
true.
you're God's favorite. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
just keep
true.
bringing
It's
in
people that did you wrong.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll pick a kid and I'll pick an adult, and I'll
There you go.
just do.
See if you can find Miss.
Yeah, I really will.
Yeah.
I want to see. I still know I've got the principal. Still got her phone number. She's fucking awesome. She's a golden-hearted woman.
Yeah.
She will give me Miss first name, and if she won't, I'll make her.
I'll find it.